Receiving the original AI Theist in the mail, I was more nervous than ever before to start a book that was sent to me by a Rev Reads viewer and author. For all the respect that I have for Dr. Spiegel and the work that he's done on the early church fathers and systematic theology, a fiction book on an AI program who becomes sentient and then comes to the conclusion that the work of Christ is real, I just didn't know if I was on board for that journey. And then I read it, and it was great. I loved this little novella. One of my favorite books from last year. And then an even bigger problem arrived, a book that made me even more nervous than AI Theist. And that was AI Theist 2.0. As soon as I saw a post about it online, I was like, what was he thinking? Book one was great. It also wrapped up really well. No hint or need for a sequel. Can't we just leave well enough alone? And so when Spiegel was out there encouraging people to get AI Theist 2.0, I didn't mention to him about receiving a review copy for this book because, to be honest, I didn't really want to read this book because I was too afraid it was going to be a miss. But then he sent me a copy and I read it, and it's not a miss. I'm glad to have read it. Now, I would say this isn't the home run that book one was for me. I would say that AI Theist, the original, was a home run. I devoured it and loved it. AI Theist 2.0 is a solid double. I don't think it quite reaches the heights of the original, although I think anyone who enjoyed book one will be more than happy to read book two and see how the story continues. And at this point, I would like to give me just a couple more minutes of your time to tell you a little bit more about our continued journey with Dr. Berg and his AI friends. Welcome to Rev Reads. If you want to discover more books that will help you to, believe it or not, explain the gospel to other people, please subscribe to the channel in order to stay up to date with my latest book reviews. Also, like and share this video to help others know about the excellent work of Michael Spiegel. Now, I don't want to say too much about this book. One, because it's short, so, not a ton to say about a short book. And also, the more importantly, though, because I don't want to give any of it away. In this book, once again, Dr. Berg, our main character, finds himself engaging with an AI program. This is a new program. And you might be able to tell based upon the direction that the cover went, where this is going to go. But AI Theist 1, nice, clean white cover. Well, the sequel trades white for black. We go from a program that finds the gospel to be true to one who is at best ambivalent toward the work of Christ and at worst downright hostile to the faith. And then Dr. Berg's journey on this book, I would say, is not at all a repeat on book one. We don't have a second back and forth debate that would make Gary Habermas proud. The interactions in this book really take a distinctively different turn, which does allow this book to truly stand on its own as opposed to being just more of the same of book one, or falling in line with what my assumption was going to be, and that I thought book one was going to be about a Christ-confirming AI debating with Dr. Berg and helping him return to the faith. And so now book two would be Dr. Berg debating and helping a Christ-denying AI see that Jesus truly died and rose. That is not the plot to this book. And at this point, I really want to give away what the big twist about this book is. Makes me wonder, how do other people review fiction books without giving them things away? But I'm not going to give away the twist. I'm just going to say it was really good. And I guess I could summarize this review in 3 points. First, the AI Theist 2.0 was good, but not quite as good as book one. 2, don't expect this to be a simple debate on the historical trustworthiness of the gospel. It's not a repeat of book one. And then also the twist. Why is NERO, That's the new AI in book 2. Why is Nero trying to destroy references to a late 19th century little known book? The answer to that question is a good twist, and once I got to that twist and found the answer, I couldn't put the book down until I was finished with it. And I just hope that I've said enough in this review to encourage anyone who was a fan of book 1 to pick up book 2. And if you missed the AI Theist and you haven't read book 1 at all, what are you waiting for? This was one of my top 10 books from last year. You gotta read it. And book 2 is a really delightful follow.